So one of the important concepts of engineering that we have to discuss today is a friction. So what is the meaning of friction? So here this is just nothing but body and force apply, effort apply, but body is not moving. Means we make a attempt for moving that body, but body is not moving. Because why it not moving? Due to roughness of the surface, that surface will oppose opposition to motion of this body, and that opposition to motion offered by surface on a body is nothing but frictional force or friction. So whenever one body moves over the surface or attempt is made to move body over the surface, resistance to motion setup, opposition to motion setup, that is called as friction or frictional force. One of the important force in a discussion of applied mechanics. So let's discuss theory of friction. So for that simple example, this body of weight W resting on rough horizontal surface. As we know that weight of body acts vertically downward through center of gravity. Weight acts vertically downward. So when this weight acts on this horizontal surface, as per Newton's third law, this surface will offer equal and opposite reaction. Surface horizontal, that's why reaction perpendicular to that, normal to surface. That's why also called as normal reaction. And where arrow? So this reaction offered by surface to body. So from surface to body, so where body above, therefore its arrow upward. So we have normal reactions are. This is just a reaction that we discussed in FBD. Reaction at a contact point, perpendicular to surface. So that reaction nothing but this reaction R. Okay. Next, to move this body towards right, we want the motion of this body towards right. The force P is applied. Force P applied. How much? Let's say 1 Newton applied. Then observation is that body is not moving. When we apply force of P to move the body towards right, observation, body is not moving. So why it is not moving? As we discussed earlier, as whenever body is on rough surface, that surface opposes motion of that body, and that opposition offered by surface to motion of body, we know that friction or frictional force, which always act tangential to surface of contact and opposite to motion, and therefore as at this contact frictional force develop F. So frictional force develop F. So body is not moving. Why? Because when force P cause motion, as instantly friction force develop, that also 1 Newton. And let's say, yes, and they are same, balanced. And that's why this body is not moving. So when we apply force P, observation is the body is not moving. Because applied force balanced by friction force. Okay? Any anyone? Now, as everybody knows, formula of friction, F is equal to mu r. For this case, suppose weight is 100 Newton, mu 0.5. We know that weight 100, that's why R also 100 because just two vertical forces. And then friction 0.5 into 100, it is 50 Newton. It is a friction force. For this case, that we are discussing now. Okay, the friction force of 50 Newton as per formula of friction F equal to mu r. So when we make an attempt for moving the body 1 Newton, this body is not moving because applied force balanced by friction force. But instantly friction force 50 Newton not develop. It developed as per pull. Suppose we increase pull apply increase to 10 Newton. Then what happened? This friction force also gradually increased to 10 Newton. It never get immediately 50. Again balance. That's why body remain at rest. Suppose we apply force of 25 Newton. Friction force gradually increases to 25 Newton. Applied force increases, accordingly friction force increases, but balance. That's why body is still at rest. As we apply 50 Newton, friction force also increased to 50 Newton, which is F is equal to mu r, nothing but maximum value of friction force. So at this application of applied force, observation is there, body slightly moves, let's say by 1 centimeter, and come to rest. That state of body called as just motion. His body is still not moving. When we apply 50 Newton, a time period in which 25 changes to 50, in that short time, instant time, his body slightly moves and again come to rest. But slightly moves, called as just motion. Nothing but limiting friction, limiting motion. Okay, so here we apply 50 Newton, friction force also increase 50 Newton, body slightly moves. It is just on a point of motion. Motion is impending. At that time, friction force reach its maximum value, which is given by this formula, called as limiting friction. Called as limiting friction, and still balance is there. That's why we say body is in limiting equilibrium. Here it is totally in equilibrium at rest, but here it is in limiting equilibrium. Okay. Then we increase applied force to 51 Newton. But friction force never increases. It remains as per its formula value 50. And as a result, as force causing motion more than opposing, body start its motion. For 100 Newton, is it friction force become 0? As when it is 100 Newton, is it friction force will become 0? Never. It remains 50. But body is in motion. Okay. So frictional force remain there when body is in motion also. When body is in motion, thus at that time also friction force exists. And thus that friction force also calculated by the same formula F is equal to mu r. Get it? Okay. So this is in short a theory of friction. Let's discuss one more time. In other words, to move this body towards right, force P is applied. But observation that body is not moving. Why? Applied force balanced by friction force. As we increase applied force, friction force gradually increases. But once stage is reached, when applied force, when stage is reached, when body is just on a point of motion, at that time, friction force reaches its maximum value, that we call as limiting friction. Any further increase in applied force will not increase friction force, but it will cause motion of that body. Like that, as any body experiences a friction force. A friction experience from 0 to limiting friction is called as static friction. 0 to limiting friction called as static friction. As for that, F equal to mu r is not applicable. Then friction experienced by body when it is just on a point of motion called as limiting friction. Maximum value of frictional force. As for this case also we apply conditions of equilibrium Fx0, Fy0. And this is the third one, 50-50. But at that time body is in motion. That is called as dynamic friction. Thus for it also same formula, F is equal to mu r. But body is in motion. That's why conditions of equilibrium not applicable. Fx0, Fy0 one can apply here at rest, at limiting friction, but not at rest. Okay, so these are types of friction. Static friction, it is a friction experienced by body at rest. Limiting friction, friction experienced by body when it is just on a point of motion. And dynamic friction, friction experienced by body when it is in motion. So the maximum value of frictional force when body is just on a point of motion or motion is called as limiting friction. And experimentally this limiting friction is proportional to normal reaction R. Keep in mind, it is depends upon normal reaction R, not on weight. And it is given mathematically F is equal to mu R. This is the expression for coefficient of friction. This formula one can apply only when body is just on a point of motion or it is in motion. And this mu, nothing but coefficient of friction. It is simply a ratio of limiting friction to normal reaction at common surface of contact. Ratio of limiting friction to normal reaction at common surface of contact means these are both reactions given by same surface. Surface horizontal, reaction vertical, surface rough, that's why friction force. So mu, no unit, ratio of limiting friction to normal reaction. It is depends upon nature of surface in contact. Whether it is a glass, smooth surface, we take mu 0. Therefore, no friction. Different for wood, different for concrete. So it depends upon nature. It never depends upon contact area. Frictional force. It depends upon nature of surface in contact, independent of contact area. Now, as here two reactive forces F and R. Let's get a result of these two forces. So by parallelogram law of force, here we draw a rectangle. So by parallelogram law of force, this is a resultant reaction called as total reaction. And this reaction make an angle phi with normal reaction. That is called as angle of friction. angle made by resultant reaction with normal reaction. When body is just on a point of motion called as limiting angle or angle of friction. Then let's calculate value of tan phi. Tan opposite by adjacent. So for phi, opposite this dotted line nothing but f. Adjacent is r. So it is f by r, nothing but mu. Therefore, as tangent of angle of friction, one can say tangent of angle of friction equal to coefficient of friction. Clear? So these are terms related to frictional or friction concept. Frictional force always act opposite to direction of motion, tangential to surface of contact. The ratio of limiting friction to normal reaction called as coefficient of friction. Then coefficient of friction depends upon nature of surface in contact independent of contact area. Angle between resultant reaction to normal reaction called as angle of friction. Tangent of angle of friction is equal to coefficient of friction. And dynamic friction is always greater than static friction. So these are laws of friction, also called as laws of dry friction, Coulomb's law of dry friction.